Kamala Harris just fired Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, according to Capo here on Twitter. And for a while now, Kamala's private donors have been urging her to fire Gary Gensler if she wins the presidency in November. So in this video, we're going to discuss what this means for the crypto market, why it's over for Gary Gensler after this year is done, where we are on the price chart for the altcoin market in comparison to the past, the latest statistics on cryptocurrency-based adoption by country, one of the main catalysts that needs to happen to see the next leg up for your favorite altcoins for your portfolio to absolutely explode, what this means for XRP to the US dollar price chart and XRP to the Bitcoin price chart, what Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, recently just said over an event taking place in Japan, major confirmation of a two-tier payment system including Stellar's XLM and Ripple's XRP. Some key indicators to look at on the price chart that will give us an understanding of the most likely scenario to happen next and how you can earn the most amount of crypto possible over the next 12 months. So if you're feeling blessed, comment 777. If you're feeling bullish, comment 777. And as always, if you're going to become the first millionaire in your family tree, confirm it by tapping the subscribe button. Let's run it. All right, bull runners, welcome back to the channel. So I want to kick this video off today with an update about DeFi technologies, because back in June, when I began to cover DeFi tech, the price per share was roughly around 80 cents. And today it's up over 100%, yet the valuation is still cheap right now. According to the founders and management, they have over $600 million in assets under management. And like many other founder-led businesses like, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, you got companies like CrowdStrike, Google, Nvidia, Meta, and Amazon. DeFi Tech is led by the founders, and they just announced a massive buyback program, and they're only scratching the surface with what they're going to do, because the program is authorized to buy back 27 million shares, but the company just got started with this buyback program, and they increased their Bitcoin holdings by purchasing an additional 94.34 Bitcoin, bringing the total to about 204 Bitcoin. And just a few weeks ago, Oliver, the CEO, bought 900,000 shares on the open market. So in total, the CEO of the company owns, with his close associates, about 17.9 million shares. So that's over 40 million reasons in dollars to make this company more valuable from an ownership perspective. And when you look at the potential opportunities, ask yourself this, okay? If a CEO of a company has that big of a position, similar to other CEOs, you know how like Warren Buffett held a large chunk of Berkshire Hathaway and other major tech companies out there, how much of an incentive would he have to grow the company and DeFi tech? So here's a quick update about the numbers, and then we'll dive into the rest of the value of this video. But I think this is absolutely incredible, because they've diversified their treasuries by acquiring about 12,775 Solana. The company also purchased 1.4 million Core tokens and plans to participate in Core's staking facility, which enables yield opportunities and contributes to network security. And DeFi Technologies subsidiary called Valor Inc. has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Nairobi Securities Exchange and SoFi Inc. to facilitate the creation, issuance, and trading of digital asset exchange traded products in the African market, leveraging Valor's expertise in digital assets and SoFi's financial solutions. So the largest cryptocurrency market in East Africa is in Kenya, and they have a emerging and massive technological innovation hub with a robust mobile money ecosystem and about 85% smartphone penetration right now. And they rank among the top 5 in the continent. The country is witnessing growing digital asset adoption for practical applications. So with their memorandum of understanding with the Nairobi Securities Exchange, this is going to create massive expansion for their ETP products in the African market. And Valor is offering fully hedged digital asset ETPs with a 0 to low management fees with product listings across European exchanges, banks, and broker platforms. And right now their existing products range from Uniswap, Cardano, Polkadot, Solana, Avalanche, Cosmos, Binance, Ripple's XRP, Toncoin, Internet Computer, Chainlink, Core, Near Protocol, Engine, Valor's Bitcoin Staking, Bitcoin Carbon Neutral, HBAR, and their flagship products are Bitcoin Zero and Ethereum Zero, which are the first fully hedged passive investment products with Bitcoin and Ethereum as underlying assets, which are completely fee-free. And just recently, EMJ Capital founder and Wall Street expert Eric Jackson just named DeFi Tech as one of his top 3 stocks that could explode. He was previously involved as an investor in Yahoo and Viacom as a managing director at Spring Owl event-driven partners from 2014 to 2016. And he's a tech and media investor with a non-traditional background for a hedge fund manager. So he's got about 20 plus years of experience in spotting the next generation of growth companies. So listen to what he just said recently on Fox Business about 11 days ago.
All right, folks, listen, AI is here. It's not going anywhere. In fact, according to IDC, spending is going to reach $632 billion by 2028, right? We're talking about compounded average growth rate of almost 30%. Now, the IDC report, also another report that I thought from Deloitte, points it out pretty well, because within that space, obviously, is generative AI or Gen AI, banking, transportation, telecom, insurance, consumer, technology, finance, pharmaceuticals, all major consumers of it. But still, there's a sense on Wall Street that the party is already over for the picks and shovels leader, NVIDIA. I got to jump in here because I want to spend a little bit of time. We only have about a minute or so. Everyone dreams of buying a stock that becomes the next NVIDIA, right? Now, of course, you got to buy it and hold it and live through the ups and downs. That's the part no one really talks about. I read when you had a conversation with your son, and you gave him these three names, right? DeFi Technology, Open Door, and Upstart as potential 20 baggers. I never heard of DeFi. Tell us about it.
DeFi is in the crypto space, but they run a bunch of ETFs over in Europe. And they're a small company. They're less than $1 billion market cap. And that's one of the keys. If you want to find a 20 bagger, you got to start small. I love NVIDIA, but to 20 bag from 3 trillion, that's going to be tough. Right. So DeFi is small. It's cheap. It has something like a 3x forward price earnings multiple versus people like Coinbase and Robinhood who have like 40x forward PEs. So I think it's just going to continue to do well and perform, and people will discover it. That's why I like it.
So definitely check them out, guys. Also, shout out to them for sponsoring today's video. With over $600 million in assets under management, I think they're going to do well long term, especially if the rest of the crypto market goes up with what they have as their ETPs. When we look at all of these projects right now over the past day, we're seeing a nice bounce in the market after an absolute slaughter fest the past month. Some of these projects down 10, 20, 30%, whereas some outliers are up 20, 30, 40%. So we do our best to bring you guys the best projects and the best news in this space. And one of the biggest pieces of news out there right now, Kappa posted this saying Kamala Harris just fired Gary Gensler from the SEC. Is this actually true? Well, we did a little more digging, and for a while now, her private donors have been urging to fire SEC's chair Gary Gensler and also replacing the FTC's regulator Lina Khan for reasons like impeding the technology sector and other lucrative parts of the economy, and also claiming that Khan was waging war on American business. And no, we're not talking about Genghis Khan over here. Meanwhile, Gary Gensler, whose term as the head of the Securities and Exchange Commission is up in 2026, is disliked privately by both Democrats and Republican donors because he's pushed for tougher regulations. And billionaire Mark Cuban told CNBC that the SEC needs to change and they should put him as the name for the SEC. Also, Donald Trump pledged at the most recent crypto conference that if elected, he would fire Gary Gensler day one. Now, if you guys watched my video yesterday where Brad Garlinghouse predicted Gary Gensler stepping down as the head of the SEC, it would look much better from a professional standpoint, in Gary's point of view, to step down rather than get fired, because the likelihood of him getting fired is very, very high, because 2 donors close to Harris's campaign said the argument being presented against, Khan, first and foremost, is that the FTC's efforts to hold up mergers are hurting the economy. The idea is that if Harris wants to project herself as pro-growth and pro-business, as she has claimed and sought out to do, then Khan will need to be replaced. And also, members of the FTC can only be fired in cases of inefficiency, neglect of duty, or malfeasance, I don't know how you say that word, in office, according to federal law. Though the president can designate another commissioner as chair, and while Khan's term expires in September, she can remain in office until the Senate confirms a replacement. So this would allow Harris to select a new FTC chair if she wins. And a big highlight on the word if she wins, because everyone in the crypto space wants Donald Trump to win. And if people don't want Donald Trump to win, then they're not really in crypto. They don't really understand crypto. As for Gary Gensler, much of the frustration on both sides of the aisle stems from the SEC's effort to crack down on the digital asset industry. And there's literally been no compromise from Gary Gensler. And I think it just stems back to childhood trauma for him having a position of power right now that needs to be revoked. And right now, it's no longer what's the most sensible to do from a market and industry perspective, but what's politically proper and what's going to please political leaders. And that's a very tough path to navigate because politicians then start to do stuff for those who donate the most to them rather than doing what's right for the economy. But when you look right here, Hoffman and Diller, the two donors, are worth $5.1 billion and $5.4 billion. And both are also affiliated with companies facing FTC scrutiny. So this is actually really, really good news for crypto because regardless of whoever gets elected, neither Republicans or Democrats like Gary Gensler. And as you guys know, Ripple XRP holders, all of us, nobody likes Gary Gensler because of the price suppression that led to an XRP, missing the last bull run, even though it still performed at 10x. The major catalyst that we need to cover right now about what's going to send XRP up is what's happening with the rest of the crypto total market cap, excluding Bitcoin and virtually all the altcoins. What's going to happen here? Because if you look on the right-hand side of the screen, we can see that we've been experiencing a downtrend since the 11th of March of 2024, getting rejected multiple times from this descending resistance right here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 points of contact. And so this is going to act as a major resistance moving forward. And we would need to break this to restore confidence back into investors to enter back into the market. Now on the left-hand side of the screen, you guys can see this happen back in July of 2016 all the way until December of 2016. We saw this descending resistance, multiple points of contact. So this is what's called a descending triangle. And as you probably guessed, descending triangles are the exact opposite of ascending triangles. And in descending triangle patterns, there's a string of lower highs that forms the upper descending trend line. The lower line is a support level in which the price cannot seem to break through to the downside. This is also called the support. Now, most of the time, the price will eventually break the support line and continue to fall to the downside. However, in some cases, like as you can see on the left-hand side of the screen on what happened in previous bull runs, the support line was too strong and the price rebounded off of it and made a strong move to the upside. So the good news is that we don't care where the price goes for the altcoin market. We just know that it's about to go somewhere. So in this case, we would place entry orders above the swing high or the trend line, and on the contrary, below the support line if we see a break to the downside. So in this case, the price ended up breaking above the top of the triangle pattern. After the upside breakout, it proceeded to surge higher and by around the same vertical distance as the height of the triangle, and ultimately way beyond that as millions and millions of dollars and then eventually billions of dollars flowed into the altcoin market. You could have literally just held, and look what happened after that. We went from the top of that triangle of about $600 million market cap and then surged into the multiple of billions as massive amounts of liquidity was just injected. Even with these pullbacks on the way up, you can see that the pullback took place right here, about $400 billion all the way back down to 1.9 billion. So 52% drop on the way up. If you would have just held that and just rode that to the next peak right here at about $22 billion, look at the pullback on that. It was 55% back down to 9 billion. If you would have held back, it would have gone up to 79 billion, dropping back down to 38 billion. So on the way up, when there's these massive liquidity injections, the pullbacks are steep, they're rapid, and they're sudden, and then we go into a massive bear market. So everyone wants to know, when you look at the right-hand side of the screen and we compare back to the past, are we in a scenario like what we saw happen here from the 11th of July 2016 until roughly the 12th of December 2016, where the price starts to coil up, forms lower highs, followed by a horizontal support, then eventually breaks the trend line and sees massive liquidity injected into the market, whether it's Q4 of this year or leading into 2025? Or are we in a scenario more like this, where we were back in 2019, where the price just formed lower highs, lower lows? Ultimately, this trend line tried to break out, black swan event, then we got our way on out of here, back tested the previous range as support, and then broke on out, where it was a lot more sideways, choppy trading action. So the price just doing something like this, where it just keeps trending down, tries to break out, sees another pullback, and then eventually we get our way on out of here. We break the high of the 11th of March, hold it as support, and then continue to the upside. Would we do something like this? Shake everybody out, piss everybody off, and take forever to recover? That would be the most frustrating scenario that would piss everybody off. So we need to look at a lot of different data, and I want to bring up some other charts for you guys, because here's the latest statistics on cryptocurrency-based adoption by country. The global adoption of crypto has rocketed, and it will continue to accelerate in 2024. So from a fundamental standpoint, of, institutional adoption, countries adopting cryptocurrencies. It's bullish. Crypto owners as a percentage of the population. India has 6.55% with 93 million. China's 4%. USA 15%. Brazil 12%. Vietnam 21%. I think Vietnam's the largest on this list. And then everything else is upwards of 4, 5, 10%, guys. And so as we see Web3 and crypto adoption take over across the globe over the next 12 months, that just means more retail traders will be buying into the markets as adoption continues. But another major catalyst that we need to look at that would send altcoins flying is what happens with Tether's market cap dominance. On the left-hand side of the screen, you guys can see that Tether has been rallying since February of 2024 and ultimately since March when the altcoin market started pulling back. So Tether moves inversely to the altcoin market because when we see a sell-off in altcoins, we see that money move into stable coins like Tether as a hedge against volatility. And the reason why there's volatility is obviously various reasons, macroeconomic headwinds, the Fed pivoting on interest rates, people just taking profits, the old saying in the investing market, sell in May and go away. Well, that's exactly what's happened the past few months. And so when we look at Tether's dominance, we can pull up some few key indicators like the relative strength index and the stochastic RSI and see where we are. Ever since that sell-off in the altcoin market took place, we saw Tether's dominance was all the way down here at 20 and drastically oversold territory. And as you guys know, this is on the weekly chart, so this is a much more macro indicator. And so as the RSI creeps up closer to 70, it's at 61 right now at this critical resistance that it was at on the 5th of June, also on the 18th of September, whereas the stochastic RSI is at 99 for the K line and at 92 for the D line. And so this is actually good news for the altcoin market that Tether's dominance is overvalued right now because it won't stay above 80 forever. And if you guys watch my previous videos, anything above 80 on the stochastic RSI is in overbought conditions. So in this scenario, Tether's dominance would eventually see a reversal to the downside at some point. Now it could continue up a little bit further and ultimately we could see it back test this previous descending resistance where there were multiple points of rejection all the way from the 6th of June until the 23rd of October of 2023. So we could see Tether's dominance come up here and then ultimately roll around to the downside. And the RSI, if it breaks this resistance and goes above 70, I would want to be watching that. Well, and otherwise, if we get rejected from right here and we trade to the downside and we see the stochastic RSI come down, then that would be a signal for a massive altcoin breakout above this descending resistance. If we look at the relative strength index on the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, the RSI is at 41. And on the contrary, like I said, right here on the left-hand side of the screen, where the RSI is retesting this previous zone as resistance, the RSI on the right-hand side of the screen is retesting this previous zone of around 40 as support that it was at from the 5th of June. So it's inverted, it's flipped, right? And as you can see on the stochastic RSI on the weekly, the D line is at 6, the K line is at 0.52. And so we've been bobbling around here for a while, ever since ultimately April. And so eventually, when most of the markets has caught on to this trend and they're all saying the same thing, like doom and gloom, it's never going to end, it's going to keep going down, then that's when we generally see the trend reversal take place because we don't stay in downtrends forever. There's two types of markets. There's a trending market and a range bound, boring market. We're either trending up, we're trending down, or we're range bound sideways. And so we've been trending down since the 11th of March, which is scaring a lot of people out of the markets. It's shaking a lot of people out. Tether has been trending up in terms of dominance, but ultimately that will change because these key indicators are showing that Tether's dominance is overvalued on the stochastic RSI. It's getting really close to 70 on the relative strength index. The relative strength index is getting close to oversold on the altcoin market on the weekly, and the stochastic RSI is already in oversold territory well below 20. So what does that mean for XRP? Well, as you guys know, XRP is an altcoin, and when the tides rise, so do all ships. A lot of people claim, a lot of the riddlers are like, XRP doesn't matter, when they flip the switch, all trillions of dollars are going to flow in. Okay, cool. When that happens, that'll be exciting, but we still base it off sound investing principles here, which means that XRP is going to move with the rest of the market until that potentially happens. So what we need to look at is XRP to the Bitcoin price chart and then XRP to the US dollar price chart, and look at these vertical dotted yellow lines. This is the most important chart that you'll look at all year long and the entire lifespan that you hold XRP. When you look on the left-hand side of the screen, you guys can see that there was this descending resistance. And when XRP to Bitcoin bottomed out, we saw a reversal. And also we saw a reversal in the XRP, the US dollar price chart, where we saw an appreciation in XRP's price of about 1,000%. So XRP performed at 10x once XRP bottomed out to Bitcoin. What that simply means is just on the top of the screen, when you see this chart right here going down on the top, XRP to Bitcoin, Bitcoin is outperforming XRP. Now, when you see it going up, XRP is outperforming Bitcoin. So this will give you key signs to know when it's the best time to buy Bitcoin, sell XRP, or when it's the best time to sell Bitcoin and buy XRP. So, not financial advice. As always, I'm not a financial advisor. These videos are purely for informational, educational purposes only. You could lose money in these markets, and by investing in any cryptocurrencies, that's on your own decision, because we purely make these videos for educational purposes only. So with that being said, what the smartest investors do is when we are down here relative to Bitcoin, that's when it is smart to sell Bitcoin and buy XRP based on what investors do. When we are all the way up here, that's when it is smart to sell XRP and buy Bitcoin, because we see reversals take place. Now, it's more intricate than that because we have to look at other indicators, but we can look at zones of support and zones of resistance. And this is a key zone of support that you can see on the top of the screen when XRP has underperformed relative to Bitcoin. So we see this downtrend. We also see a downtrend in the XRP, the US dollar price chart as well too, because XRP is underperforming Bitcoin. And during this phase right here, Bitcoin was outperforming the rest of the market. XRP was down like 80 to 90%. Everyone was calling an XRP a scam down here. So you want to be a contrarian. That's what I am. That's how you make money in these markets, right? I became a millionaire before 30 because I'm a contrarian. I look at what the masses do and I just look at the opposite, right? And I do the opposite because the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. 1% of the population owns 99% of the wealth. Why is that? Because they're contrarians. So if you want to get wealthy, this is how you do it. You look at information like this and you think to yourself, okay, well, if XRP to Bitcoin is all the way down here and XRP, the US dollar price chart, is all the way down here, does that mean you should get out of XRP and into Bitcoin because XRP is underperforming? Or does that mean a reversal will eventually take place because it's clear that XRP isn't going away? It's part of the new financial system, arguably part of the new world order. If you guys have been paying attention to what the presidents have been saying the past few decades on how they're going to be successful with the new world order, whether you like it or love it, you can profit from it. So here's the key here. When it bottomed out, we saw a reversal. Boom, XRP to Bitcoin snapped to the upside, XRP, the US dollar chart snapped to the upside, you'd have made a lot of money, 60,000%, 600x. That'd be like turning $1,000 into $600,000. Will that happen again? I have no clue, but here's what we need to look at. Right here, boom, downtrend, XRP underperforming Bitcoin, comes back down to this key zone at the top of the screen right here, this vertical dashed yellow line. When XRP was underperforming Bitcoin, bounced off of it, we saw a reversal to the upside. Sure enough, we saw XRP's price reverse to the upside as well too on the US dollar price chart. Then we see another downtrend right here coming back down to this zone as support, and we bounced off of it. Now, it doesn't mean that we're just going to do this right away in terms of Bitcoin and comparison to Bitcoin or on the US dollar price chart, because we could reverse back and bounce down within here again. I don't need to have the best entry and exit point. What I do is I look at zones for a good dollar cost averaging strategy. That's what I look for because I'm a long-term investor. And if you're a swing trader and you're trading on the daily, it's very difficult because the market's manipulated and they wipe out a lot of leverage traders. So I don't deal with leverage, because why would I play a game that is clearly rigged to liquidate my portfolio? I trade in spot because you can't get liquidated if they can't shake you out if you're trading in spot. That's a major key right there. So you need capital to obviously do that, but where we are right now is oversold relative to Bitcoin because we've been in this downtrend. So when we see XRP to Bitcoin's price chart snap to the upside, what that means for XRP, the US dollar price chart, is there's no guarantee here, obviously, but in the past, what has happened 1, 2, 3 times in the past, 3 for 3, is XRP went up. So the chance of a 4 for 4 is very high, because if Bitcoin is underperforming compared to XRP, that simply means the XRP is overperforming compared to Bitcoin. So in my opinion, it is smarter right now because we are really, really close to this zone of support at the top of the screen right here, underperforming Bitcoin, meaning that a reversal is due. And when you look at all of the fundamental news that's happening right now, like watch this clip really quick from Brad Garlinghouse about XRP taking over Japan.
Hello, Tokyo. It is great to be here in Tokyo. It's great to have a full house. We have been on the road this week, but it's certainly been an exciting week. It really is an honor to be here. So many of the people in this room are what makes the heart and soul of the XRP community. We've got developers, we have holders, we have those who are passionate about the regulation. But more than anything, this community has been one of the largest and longest standing of the entire globe in terms of leaning into the XRP Ledger and XRP more broadly. So we wouldn't be here without you. The XRP Ledger wouldn't be the same without all of you, so thank you very, very much. So I'm going to be handing over the microphone in a minute or two to a man who certainly needs no introduction, David Schwartz, which I'm excited to hear what he is going to share with you. We're also going to hear from key executives from SBI. And SBI, as I think many of you know, has been one of the longest standing supporters here in Japan of Ripple and certainly what's going on in the XRP community. We're going to hear from Kirin Labs, as well as a number of other key developers, kind of long-term advocates. So super excited that everyone is here together and we can learn from each other, and certainly I'm sure that I'm going to learn something. All of you truly have been instrumental to where we have gotten today, and your work has not gone unnoticed by me and I think many of the people in this room. Later on today, Monica Long, the president of Ripple, and Eric Van Miltenberg, senior vice president at Ripple, we will take the stage and do kind of a fireside chat and talk about some of the history of Ripple and how we got here. All right. With that, I am going to step off the stage. The show does go on. I'm looking forward to being back up here later on. And again, thank you so much. Thank you, Tokyo. Thank you for all you have done for the XRP Ledger.
Now, as you guys know, the CEO of SBI said that virtually every bank over in Japan will be using, or was it China? Correct me in the comments below. But every bank over in that area will be using XRP by 2025. Well, look at this. According to Black Swan Capitalist, more confirmation of a two-tier payment system where Stellar's XLM is taking charge of CBDC issuance, while Ripple is building the infrastructure and XRP is driving interoperability, bridging, and liquidity. Together, they're forming the backbone of the new financial system, and it doesn't happen overnight. Just like to build the Great Wall of China or to build the Empire State Building, or for you to become full-grown adult, how long did it take you to grow from like a foot tall, crying and screaming and pooping your pants, to where now you just do a little bit less crying and screaming, or maybe you poop your pants in your dreams still, but as you get older, you get more experienced, you get more wise, you get taller, you get better, you get stronger. And just like the financial system, it's due for an overhaul. It's going to happen. And whether it happens this year, next year, 2028, 2030, I'm just going to keep backing up my truck all the way to the bank, because looking at the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin, you can see that the D line on the weekly for the stochastic RSI is at 6. The K line is at 0.66. So anytime we are below 20 right here on a macro indicator like the weekly, that tells me that we are oversold. So in terms of a dollar cost averaging strategy, for my personal strategy, that's the best time for me personally. I'm not telling you what to do, but that's the best time that I accumulate. So a lot of people have asked me, what is my number one way to earn massive crypto rewards this entire bull run before we get into the euphoria stage of the market cycle? Well, if you go to xrpl.to, you guys will see a lot of different altcoin projects listed on the XRP Ledger, and virtually nobody knows about this, nor is anyone really paying attention to it right now, because the price of XRP has been suppressed during the entire Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. But over the next few years, as Ripple and XRP gets more traction, a lot of the projects on the XRP Ledger are going to gain a lot of attention. And one of my buddies showed me a project on the XRP Ledger. That is the first play to earn game on XRP where you're able to earn crypto rewards simply for playing the game. Now, if you guys want to see what that game is, what I'll do is I'll leave a link in the description below this video. All you have to do is click more when you scroll down. It'll show get started here. It'll take you to a page that looks like this. You simply just register, create a free account. You enter in your username, your email address, your password, and then your gender. And then you just click sign up at the bottom. And it's going to take you into the back office of the members area. Now, I want to explain really quick the benefit of playing this game to earn crypto rewards, because the coolest part about the game is the ticker of the altcoin is literally called crypto. It's a micro cap, very, very tiny project that virtually nobody knows about right now. And one of my buddies showed me this game, and I'm already earning about 10 crypto per day, which is about 1,000 XRP. But there's no guarantee that you're going to earn 10 crypto per day or 1,000 XRP per day, because your results are obviously going to vary playing the game depending at what level you come in at. So I want to be very clear that results aren't typical, and this is just purely for fun to see what happens for the rest of this bull run as the XRP Ledger gains more adoption. So once you've created your free account through the link in the description below, the next thing that you're going to need is an XRP wallet. Now, the best wallet online right now is the Zaman wallet, and it's the largest and most secure XRP custodial cold storage wallet. So it's also a mobile app on your phone where you get your private keys for the wallet, but the best for holding XRP. And this is what you're going to need to be able to play the game to earn crypto rewards. So again, below this video, you're going to see a tutorial video right here, and it breaks down exactly how to set up your wallet, how to be able to fund it with XRP so you can start playing the game, and everything in between. So after you've created your free community account and you have your XRP wallet, the next step is to log in to the back office of your account. And at the top, you're going to see these 4 little icons right here. You simply click this. You go to My DGP, you scroll down, and then you click Purchase Combo. In the bottom left, you're going to click this little plus icon, so it shows 1 combo pack. Click these little 3 boxes right here, and then you purchase with your XRP wallet. And then all you need to do is open up your Zaman wallet on your phone, click this little icon right here at the bottom, and then you simply scan the code on the screen. It's going to pop up. Right now, it's 5,000 XRP to get your digital game pieces to be able to play the game and earn crypto rewards. And I'm going to show you the game in a little bit and how awesome it is, because the founder of this dumped millions of dollars in development into this game and has been working on it since 2020. So this is hands down the best play to earn game to earn crypto rewards on the XRP Ledger. So I spent about 15,000 XRP on my digital game pieces because I want to be able to maximize the game. And so far, just recently, I'm earning 10 crypto per day, which is about 1,000 XRP per day. So you can do the math over the course of a month on what those rewards will look like. And I can swap crypto for XRP. So I'm just going to keep stacking my digital game pieces to maximize my crypto rewards, because you also have to take into account that crypto is the in-game currency. So as more people start catching on to the XRP Ledger and they start playing the game to earn rewards, then the popularity of the crypto token will increase. So obviously there's no guarantees of any profits here, but you do not want to miss out on this as more people start learning about XRP over the next few years. So all I'm going to do to get my digital game pieces is slide to accept on my XRP wallet, and it says the payment was submitted successfully. Now all I'm going to do is refresh the page. I go to my DGP assets, that simply stands for digital game pieces, and you're going to see I got 1 Cryptopian, a crypto land, a box, a key, a vial, and a crystal. So I'm simply just going to click claim on each of these. I'm going to open my Zaman wallet again. I'm going to click this icon right here to scan the code on the screen, and I'm just going to slide to accept. And as soon as I've claimed my digital game piece, I'm going to click reveal, and it shows me what class this is in. And one of the coolest parts about this game is each of the digital game piece reveals are random, so you could get between a level 1 to a level 10. So I'm going to click claim to reveal the land now, and then I just scan the code and slide to accept on my XRP wallet. And it just shows this little countdown thing right here as it reveals which land I have. So as you can see, that was a level 1 land. You guys might get a different level. On a previous pack, I got a level 9. And depending on the level that you get determines the crypto rewards that you earn daily. Now, after you've revealed your digital game pieces to be able to play the game to start earning crypto rewards, in the top of your back office, you click the icon right here with the 4 squares. Then you simply click the game. And then you click the button on the center of the screen that says enter the game. And then you're going to see several in-game actions here like rent, mine, thieve, govern, rule, enhance, and bank. So depending on which avatar you got will determine whether you mine, you thieve, you govern, or you rule. And then for your land, you can collect rent on your land every single day in crypto, which is awesome. So in this case, I would click on thieve, click continue. So underneath available, I simply select my Cryptopian. I select the duration in days. In this case, it'd be 1. and then I click this little icon right here, it's going to pop up this and it shows me the daily production. In this case is 0.4 crypto tokens. So depending on when you're watching this video, crypto might be at a different price. Right now it's at about $53. So all I need to do is confirm the action and it's going to say it's processed successfully. And then it's underneath active and it has a countdown timer right here in terms of time remaining until it goes back into the available section again. So you can see 23 hours and 59 minutes. Now, once this is done, my crypto balance is going to top up with an extra 0.4. Right now it's at about 44.39. And if I go back to the main page and I click on rent and click continue, you can see that I have an available land that I can collect rent on. So I simply select the land. I select the amount of days that I want it to collect rent, 1 day, 3 days, or 7 days. So this can be as passive or as active as you want, but I'm gonna click this icon right here. It's gonna pop up and it's gonna show me the daily production. And then I just confirm the action. Now you can see underneath active, I have a level 1, level 4, level 8, and a level 9. And then it shows me the time remaining on each of these land pieces that are collecting rent right now in crypto rewards, which is awesome. And so at the bottom of the screen right here, you can see crypto total net. That's about 14.96 crypto tokens. So let's just round that up to 15. And if I were to swap 15 crypto for XRP, it's about 1,554 XRP. Now that's obviously not a guarantee that you're going to earn the same amount of crypto tokens because as you can see, I have more pieces of land here because I decided to purchase more packs because I want to be able to stack up the amount of crypto tokens I earn over time throughout the rest of this entire bull run before we get into the euphoria stage. So I'm just going to continue to stack crypto tokens playing this game for fun because as more attention gets drawn over to the XRP Ledger, I can see more and more users playing crypto land for fun every single day to earn crypto rewards. So again, all you need to do right now to get started is go into the link in the description below this video, create your account. Once you have your Zamin XRP wallet and you've loaded it with XRP, following the tutorial below, then in the back office, you click the icon at the top, you click My DGP, and then you purchase your combo pack to be able to reveal your digital game pieces. So you can buy one or you can buy multiple right now because the more combo packs that you get, the more pieces of land that you're going to be able to get to be able to collect rent on each and every single day. And then if you choose to get the crypto token on the secondary market, that's up to you. Or you can just play the game for fun to be able to earn crypto rewards like I'm doing right now. So once the time expires on each of these active pieces of land, I'm going to collect all of the rent in crypto and it's going to top up my balance right here where you can see 44. So check it out. I know you guys are going to absolutely love it. And again, we're going to have a tutorial as well too on some different strategies, beginner, intermediate, and advanced to be able to maximize this game. That way you can benefit the entire bull run as XRP explodes. So all you need to do right now is click the links below. If you go to bullrunners.com, you're also going to get early alerts on explosive altcoins, daily market analysis videos for breaking news updates like this, and you'll discover our best ways to be able to maximize the crypto land game to earn the most amount of crypto rewards this entire bull run. Because together, we believe that the spending power of the dollar is just going to keep going down in value. That's a fact based on inflation. Blockchain technology, distributed ledger technology, and cryptocurrencies have been going up in value over the past decade. That's the truth, and together, we're all going camping on the beaches of the moon. I'll see you guys on the next video. I will see you on bullrunners.com through the links below. As always, you know what to do. Stay bullish.